Hi, Paul here with Harry and Mo, who's making an appearance especially for November, and we're out here today underneath the Langatic escarpment. We've got the Sugarloaf in the background and the Usk Valley, the Black Mountains. It is absolutely stunning up here today. It's a real pleasure to come out today to talk to you about the Rab Pulsar jacket. This is it, this is this bad boy. It is probably one of the jackets with the best warmth to weight ratio that we stock. It's a super lightweight, naturally goose down filled, insulated jacket that is perfect for those who want maximum warmth and minimum weight and pack size. So it's perfect for alpine adventures, UK winter mountaineering, where you want to keep that insulation down to the lowest weight and the tiniest pack size possible. It's a lovely thing to wear. You hardly know you've got it on. It's just a beautiful, lightweight, warm jacket. So what's the Rab Pulsar jacket made of? Well, it's mostly made of a load of down from European geese. It's beautiful. So it's got 200 grams of 800 fill power RDS hydrophobic European goose down. That's quite a mouthful. So let's break that down a little bit. So 200 grams, that is the physical weight of the down that makes up this jacket. Doesn't sound a lot, does it, 200 grams, but when you combine that with the 800 fill power, you get the maximum insulation for that amount of down. So fill power describes the down's ability to loft, to expand, to fill a space. So, and when down does that, it's working at its absolute maximum. When down is compressed or when it's wet, it just ceases to function altogether as an insulating material. So it needs to fill up a space, be all light and fluffy and lovely, and trap all that warm air. So fill power describes that. So 800 fill power means that about 1 ounce of down from this jacket will loft, will expand to fill 800 cubic inches, or about 16 or 17 litres if you're familiar with rucksack sizings. So that's quite a lot of space for one tiny little ounce of down to fill. Just means it's a super efficient filling that they've used in here. RDS means that it's a responsible down standard. That's a program that Rab sign up to ensure that the down is ethical and sustainable and comes from happy ducks and geese. And hydrophobic means that each and every cluster of the down before it's put into the jacket is treated with a Nikwax fluorocarbon free water repellent treatment. Like I said earlier, down is pretty useless when it gets wet. It just sticks together, clumps together, and just is enabled to trap that warm air. So the hydrophobic treatment just stops the down from absorbing quite so much moisture in the first place from your sweat or from the atmosphere, from the rain and the snow. And it does mean that if it does get slightly damp, it'll dry out a lot quicker. So it doesn't make the down waterproof, it doesn't make this jacket waterproof. It just means that the down performs better in damp conditions and dries out a lot quicker. And then on the outside, keeping all that down in place and making sure that the jacket looks fantastic in this orange colour and is also protected from the elements. You've got Pertex Quantum. It's a super lightweight nylon microfiber woven very tightly to give it good wind resistancy and good water resistancy, but primarily it's about the weight and the breathability of this jacket. It's hardly any weight to it. It's super lightweight and it is super breathable. If you're looking for a jacket with more water resistancy, there are better alternatives, something like the Infinity Light, the Neutrino Pro, for example. But this is all about minimum weight, minimum pack size, maximum warmth and breathability. So the down is held in place. You can see the stitch lines on the jacket. So it's a stitch through construction, stitched through baffles. Basically means the outer and the inner fabric are stitched together to create little tubes that the down is put inside to loft. And that is, again, a very lightweight construction. It means there's less fabric involved and just keeps the bulk and the weight of the jacket to an absolute minimum. And then there is a looser lining on the inside, a lightweight nylon lining on the inside, again, keep that weight and that pack size down. So you're getting the message. It's super lightweight, it's super packable, and it's really warm. I mean, it's getting really chilly up here. Harry and I have been up here for a couple of hours now. I've been stood around doing this. It's probably about 2 or 3 degrees. With the wind chill, it's less. And it's, you know, you really notice it when you're stood around. But this is keeping me warm beautifully, so good for static warmth, and very, very lightweight. Okay, so what are the features of the Rab Pulsar jacket? Well, in keeping with the super lightweight, super pack size, you know, teeny tiny pack size theme, the features are fairly minimal. You get what you need, but they haven't stripped it down so much that it's unusable. So Rab are very good with their hood design, and this jacket is no exception. You get a proper fully insulated hood with a little laminated peak and a flexible wire over the top there just to keep that nicer shape around your face. You get a little Velcro tab adjuster on the back, so if you're not using it with a helmet, it will reduce the volume just over the top of your head. And you've got 2 draw cords at the side, which are located on the inside here to stop them whipping around in your face if it's windy, with these really nice little cohesive cord locks here hidden away just to keep it neat and streamlined and to keep things working in extreme conditions. So that's the hood. Storage wise, you get 2 nice big zipped hand pockets here, and they're a great size. I mean, you can get some spare gloves, hats, that kind of thing in here, maps, guidebooks, etc. Nice big pockets, nice and easy to get into, and glove friendly zip pullers on there as well. The main zip is a YKK ever reliable Vislon zip, 2-way, so that if you need to undo it from the bottom, you need to get to your pockets, or you need to get to your harness, or indeed answer the call of nature, you can undo the zip from the bottom or from the top. And then there's a little lightweight zip baffle behind here just to stop that cold air penetrating through the zip onto your chest. And then it's finished off with a nice little soft microfiber bit at the top, just to stop it rubbing on your chin getting sore. But yeah, makes a big difference. Cold, wet, miserable. What you don't want is a plastic zip rubbing your chin all day. And then on the inside, there's a little zip chest pocket tucked away on the inside. And in there is where you will find the little stuff sack, again made of Pertex Quantum. And I'll stuff this up a little bit later if I can bear to take it off in this cold and show you how small that packs up. So a neat little feature set, enough to keep the jacket functional and working. Oh, sorry, I didn't mention the cuffs. Down at the bottom of the cuffs, you've got a slightly inboard lycra type elastic binding. And when I mean inboard, I mean that the binding's not on the outside here, it's been tucked up into the inside. And what that does is it means that the insulation sort of falls over the back of your hand rather than being pulled tight. Just gives you maximum insulation around your wrist and just gives you a really neat finish around the end of the sleeves. And then down at the bottom, you've got a dual draw cord, single pull cords, very easy to use even with gloves on. And then these new little flat cord lock buckles, which are dead easy to use. So there's your feature set. Like I said, enough to make the jacket useful and practical, but still keeping that weight and pack size to an absolute minimum. So how does the Rab Pulsar jacket fit? Well, it fits very nicely, thank you very much. This is a size large, and those of you who are familiar with my videos will know that I am about 6'3", a bit taller today with my bobble. About a 42-inch chest, 34-inch waist, weigh about 13.5 stone. And this is a regular size large. I don't know why I said regular, because it's just a size large. It's just a size large, it's a men's large. I've got really long arms, so the sleeves fit really nicely. They're not riding up, they're not tightening around the shoulders when I move, if I'm climbing or scrambling. It goes into, well, Rab describe it as a slim fit. So yes, I would concur. It is a slim-er fit. I've just got underneath here an Arc'teryx Sartoro base layer and a Mountain Equipment switch jacket, and it's a really nice fit on me. It's nice and roomy up around the shoulders and the chest, slim down the hips. One thing I did point out to Harry earlier is that it does come down nice and long, little twirl. Comes right down over my bum, so it's a nice long, slim fit with room to move. You wouldn't want to pile a huge number of layers underneath. Again, it's designed for sort of more active use, so just a couple of lightweight layers like I've got on would be perfect. The Rab Pulsar jacket is going to be a really versatile piece for layering. Like I said, I've just got a light base layer and an ME switch jacket underneath here, so I would use this on a day like today, actually cold, dry, windy, to give me insulation when I'm moving, because you've got that great breathability. So it'd work really well as an outer jacket. If it's going to be a bit wet and a bit claggy and a bit horrible, it would also work as a mid layer for really, really cold, horrible wet conditions with a hard shell over the top. And because it packs down teeny tiny and weighs next to nothing, it's the perfect piece to carry with you in your pack for those times, those stop-go times. You're stopping to check your nav, have something to eat, sat at the bottom of a belay, you want to throw this over the top of everything to keep you warm. So it's a really, really versatile piece of kit that's going to give you maximum warmth, minimum weight and minimum pack size. So how would I summarise the Rab Pulsar jacket? First and foremost, the weight and the warmth are the really impressive things here. There's very, very little overall weight, but really good warmth thanks to that 800 fill power down insulation. It's got great breathability as well because that Pertex Quantum fabric. So it's a great activist piece. You're working hard in cold conditions. It's going to give you great breathability, keep the wind out. And it's just really super, super lightweight. It's a kind of piece that you should just carry around with you in your pack if you're going up into the mountains in winter to provide that stop-go insulation. It's a fabulous piece and I like it a lot. Okay, Harry will put a link up on the screen here to give you some tips and advice on how to best fit your insulated jacket. There'll also be a link to the Pulsar webpage. You want to geek out on all the details, and as usual, please feel free to add any comments or questions in the section below. And if you do like our content and you want to keep up to date with our videos, please hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. See you again next time. Toodaloo.